everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Tamara and today I'm going to tell you guys how I usually spend my Friday nights. So do you guys remember those days when you guys were younger and then like Saturday mornings, all your favorite shows would come on TV? One day I was laying in my bed and I was literally reminiscing about that and I was like, we definitely need to bring those days back. So what I decided to do every Friday night is have a nostalgia night. Basically, I just go back and watch all my favorite shows from when I was a kid. So today in this video, I'm gonna give a list of my top 5 favorite shows that I used to watch when I was younger from each channel. Now I will say in advance, a lot of these shows I have not watched since I was really young. So a lot of them, I don't remember much of the show, but I remember watching all the time when I was younger. Now, on top of that, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of the shows that I used to watch when I was younger, I felt like I watched a lot of shows that not many people watched when they was younger, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about when I get to my list. So with that being said, let's get started. So I literally have a clipboard here with a list of a bunch of different shows and we're just gonna go one by one. Let's start with Disney Channel only because honestly, growing up, I did not watch Disney Channel like that. I was a Cartoon Network baby, so that was the main channel that was on in my house. But starting with number 5 for Disney Channel, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Like I said, I watch shows that I feel like not a lot of people watched when they were younger. So with that being said, I know some of you guys are probably going to be like, what is that? But Brandy and Mr. Whiskers was just a cartoon about this dog and this rabbit. I think they ended up in like a plane crash or something, if I remember correctly. Like I said, it's been so long, I don't fully remember. I just remember watching it all the time. But they ended up in like the Amazon rainforest. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long, but it was a super cute, super funny show. I really loved it when I was a kid, so that's number 5. Number 4 was The Emperor's New School. Now I watched this not too long ago, maybe like a couple of months back, and like I honestly can't say what it is about that show that I loved so much, but we're rating that as number 4. Number 3, Sweet Life on Deck. It was weird because like I didn't really watch Sweet Life of Zack and Cody like that. Like I said, I was not a Disney Channel baby. I was Cartoon Network. But I do remember watching Sweet Life on Deck a lot. Actually, that show is the reason why I started listening to Sean Kingston, because when he came on that one episode and he performed, what was that song? Dumb Love? He was performing that song to London. That's when I was like, okay, Team Sean Kingston over here. Also, you guys remember when they had that crossover with That's So Raven and Hannah Montana? I think it was like That's So Sweet Life Hannah Montana. I used to watch that a lot too, but for some reason, like I said, I do not remember the actual episode, which is so weird. So number 2 is Fish Hooks, and I do remember this show more only because it didn't come on until I was older, maybe like between 9 or 12 years old. I kind of really don't remember when it came out, but I was older and I remember that show was just so funny to me. But I also remember being scared of the tarantula at the very end of the episodes when I was younger, so yeah. And number 1, sad to say, I know I used to watch the show all the time with my sister when I was little, but I do not remember a single episode, but Kim Possible was my number 1. Now before you guys get mad at me for not saying some of your favorite shows, I have a few honorable mentions, okay? For starters, Hannah Montana. I didn't watch Hannah Montana until I was older, but like I remember singing the songs. I still know the songs to this day. Like I could still sing you any Hannah Montana song to this day. Like I didn't watch the show when I was younger, but I surely listened to those songs. We also had That's So Raven. We also had Cory in the House. Of course, Proud Family. Phineas and Ferb. And I don't know if you guys remember the show called The Replacements. I recently watched that like a few weeks ago too, and I was like, I remember it, but I don't remember it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But now let's dive into Nickelodeon. So Nickelodeon, I watched a little bit more than Disney Channel, but like I said, I was a Cartoon Network baby. So every now and then I will watch Nickelodeon, but Cartoon Network will forever be in my heart. It will forever hold number 1 in my heart. So starting with number 5, Cat Dog. I don't remember, once again, too much of the show, but I do have it on my list of shows I want to watch for my Friday night nostalgia nights. Number 4, My Life as a Teenage Robot. I don't know if you guys remember that show or not, but apparently when I was little, I used to be obsessed with it, according to my mom. So I'm putting that as number 4. Number 3, Rugrats. And speaking of Rugrats, look what I have on, guys. Look what I have on. I got this from Fashion Nova. I also have a shirt in there somewhere that I got from Dollar Tree that was Rugrats. It was actually really cute. Now, I used to love Rugrats like a lot. But you know what? Those conspiracy theories, I will never forgive y'all for that. That really messed me up. Oh yeah, also, do you guys remember the Rugrats movie which movie was it? I don't remember. I don't remember a lot. But I do remember, I think that was their first time like meeting Kimmy. And like they showed Chucky in that airplane with his Wawa, and like he looked out the window and saw like a cloud. Was it him or his dad that looked out the window of the airplane and they saw a cloud with him and his mom? Y'all didn't have to do that. Number 2 is Victorious. I would say Victorious was like the only sitcom I would watch as a child, because I used to just watch nothing but cartoons. Like sitcoms did not really interest me. Like iCarly, That's So Raven, yeah, it interests me a little bit. But Hannah Montana, Big Time Rush, like I was just not interested in. But for some reason, something about Victorious I love. Also, just like Hannah Montana, I could still sing you the songs to this day. I'm trying to think of some of my favorite episodes from the top of my head. I can't really think of anything right now, but I do remember when Kesha was on there. Then when they was stuck in that hot van and they had like that bottle cap filled with water, and here comes Robbie just chugging the whole thing. Nah, that got it. And number 1, which is the iconic SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, I usually ask people like what their favorite episode of SpongeBob was. And being honest, I don't even think I have a favorite episode, because SpongeBob is just one of those shows that's like too iconic. Like, I don't see how anyone can have a favorite episode. Like from the campfire song to like Doodle Bob to what else? It was just so much when they performed at that halftime show, like Krusty Krab Pizza, the Christmas episode. I think my favorite one, I want to say, I don't even know, like I can't even say that's my favorite, but one of the episodes that will forever have me rolling is when they thought Mr. Krabs was a robot. Because when he got up on that desk, y'all, and that man started dancing, no, I was out. I really could not do it. Now, here are some honorable mentions before you guys yell at me and cuss me out. So, Drake and Josh, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Tough Puppy, The Mighty V, Penguins of Madagascar. Honestly, like, some of these shows feel like fever dreams, like Back at the Barnyard, Making Fiends. Also, do y'all remember this show called El Tigre? I used to watch that a lot when I was little too. So that was Nickelodeon. Now I gotta do Nick Jr. because I can't just do Nickelodeon and not do Nick Jr., y'all. So coming in at number 5 was Max and Ruby. Looking back at that show, Max was just so stubborn. No. Let me correct myself. Yeah, Max was stubborn, but like at the end of the day, he knew what he wanted. He knew what he liked. And he was determined to get that. And even at the end of some of the episodes, like, you realize Ruby kind of be tripping sometimes. So, yeah. Number 4 is Oswald. I honestly have not seen Oswald in so long, and I'm trying to find where I can watch it at. So if you know where I could watch it at, please let me know. To me, Oswald was just so peaceful. Like, it wasn't any craziness going on. It wasn't hectic. It wasn't too much going on all at once. It was just really, really peaceful. Like, I felt so calm while watching Oswald. Number 3 is Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. Honestly, looking back at this show, I honestly can't watch this show and take it serious. Like, I cannot take that show serious at all. It's just too funny to me. Number 2, which a lot of my friends hate for some odd reason, I love Ubi. Like, I don't know what it was about that show either, but like, I loved it. It was one of my favorite shows. And coming in at number 1, my favorite Nick Jr. show is Wow Wow Wubsy. I could still sit down and watch this show and I'll just be so like into it. Like, I could binge watch this show right now. That episode when they made the Wub Club, I wanted a clubhouse for myself just like the Wub Club. I thought that was so cool. I thought it was so cute. I just wanted one so bad. Then also Beyonce was on an episode, so I mean, for my honorable mentions of Nick Jr., I only have 3. So one of them being Little Bear, Franklin the Turtle, and I don't know if you remember this show called 64 Zoo Lane. Yeah. Once again, it felt like a fever dream. I mean, Peppa Pig also came on, but I didn't really care for Peppa Pig. And I know you guys really don't care about Dora and Diego, so. Now let's get to my favorite channel, y'all. Cartoon Network. So for Cartoon Network, coming in at number 5, My Gym Partner's a Monkey. And if you don't really know what that show is, literally the theme song just explains everything. Number 4 is Ed, Edd, Eddy. I remember one time when I was a kid, I got curious and I was like, oh, what's under Double D's hat? Which is a question like many of us had. I don't know what I saw that day, but I can tell y'all, it traumatized the mess out of me. I think I looked it up on like YouTube or something. I don't even want to go back and look at it. Like, I just don't, I don't know. But it looked like a big knot with like a, I don't know, it was like shaped like a moose antler or something. It was disgusting. And ever since then, I did not bother to look that question up again. I just didn't want to know. Now, number 3 is Total Drama Island. Being honest, I didn't really care for Total Drama Action. I did watch Total Drama World Tour, and then after that, it just kind of fell off to me. But I used to watch Total Drama Island like religiously. Like, I could even tell you the order of elimination. Like, that's how into it I was. And I know a lot of you guys don't really care for her, but honestly, Courtney was my favorite character. Like, I really like Courtney. I would say Izzy was my second favorite character because she was just funny and crazy. But y'all, do y'all remember that episode where Lindsay finally, her slow self, realized that Heather wasn't really her friend and that she played her? And she just like cussed Heather out. Oh my gosh, that will forever be funny to me. But I still think to this day they did LaShawna dirty. Like, y'all did not have to send that girl home like that. But I was just really happy that Heather lost. Like, even though my favorite didn't win, it was whatever. Heather lost, so whatever. Also, let me look up how old you're supposed to be to watch Total Drama Island. Like, what is the age recommendation? Because I should not have been watching this as a kid, most likely. It came out in 2007, so I was 6. So it said it's supposed to be aimed towards 8 to 14-year-olds. Now, with the stuff that was going on in there, I don't know if an 8-year-old should be watching that. And there's one episode specifically that I'm talking about, but we not gonna go into details about that one. So coming in at number 3, I just love the Powerpuff Girls. I recently just got this blanket off of Shein. Like, look at it. Also, my laptop case. Y'all know me personally, like, y'all know I love Bubbles. Like, I love Bubbles down bad. Like, that is my favorite Powerpuff Girl. No, but that episode when Bubbles got really mad, I guess because everybody was calling her a weak and baby and stuff, and she beat the crap out of Mojo Jojo. We love Bubbles, y'all. We love Bubbles. But number one, my favorite show of all time on Cartoon Network is Tom and Jerry. I promise you, even to this day when I still watch it, at the beginning of each episode, I can tell you what each episode is about. And just looking it up, there's actually 166 episodes. So I can tell you each episode. I think that's just so bizarre to me that I've watched it so much that I know every single last one. Except for the very last episode. Not gonna go into detail about that, but if you know, you know. Now here are my honorable mentions for Cartoon Network. Number one, Codename Kids Next Door. Speaking of, look what I got, guys. I got my rainbow monkeys. I got these on Amazon, actually, so I'll leave a link down in the description. Okay, some more shows though, some more shows. I have a whole list, guys. But Totally Spies, Chowder, let's read. The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. Not gonna lie, there was this one episode of that show. It was like a rat on there, but you know how Cartoon Network, that's one thing about Cartoon Network, they're so weird for that. Like, they'll do this like little realistic cutscene thing, and there was one episode of Flapjack, they did that, and it was like a rat. Oh, I could not watch that episode again. But Samurai Jack, the original Teen Titans, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, regular show. And these next few shows, like I told y'all in the beginning, like I watch shows that like nobody else would watch. So I don't know if you guys remember Squirrel Boy. I don't know if you guys remember Robot Boy. Well, you guys should remember 16. I don't know if you guys remember Hero 108. And I'm positive not a lot of you guys know what Skunk Fu is, but I actually love that show down bad when it came out. Here are some more shows that I had on my list, but like I just didn't include it in any channels. Some of them I kind of forgot which channel they came on. But Arthur, of course, that was PBS actually. Charlie and Lola, Caillou. My mom hates Caillou. And now looking back at it, I understand why. But the Mr. Men show, do you guys remember Crypto, the super dog? Me and my cousins used to watch Angelina Ballerina. Like every time I would spend a night over there, it was Angelina Ballerina. Also the Berenstain Bears. I think there was like a Mandela effect behind it or something like that. I don't know if it was like the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears. Ooh, country accent coming out. But I don't know. So thank you guys for watching. I hope I convinced you to do a nostalgia night with either yourself, your friends, or your family. Sorry I didn't mention every single show, but maybe you could leave a comment about what your favorite show is. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm in London, I like to go and shop at the mall, shop at the Prada, shop at the store, shop in the drop and stop at Dior.